what's going on YouTube? Sorry I haven't been making videos. Been busy with work, school, and more work, pretty much. This is actually my first video on my new setup. Just recently bought a custom-built PC, which is pretty average. I might need to do some upgrades to it, but all in all, it's getting me by better than my laptop, so really can't complain. Just bought a new webcam, so that's one reason why I haven't been streaming, is because I don't want to stream without a face cam, just because I want you to see my pretty face, even though I'm ugly right now. But anyways, this video today is going to be on All Around Gamers and Coaches Place. All Around Gamers is a group founded by my buddy Brandon, and what he wants to do is pretty much make a community around gaming. We are a bunch of gamers in Nebraska who like to get together, talk about games, talk about comics, talk about any and everything. But what I persuaded him to do also is try to do tournaments. Nebraska doesn't have tournaments. And that is one thing that just bugs the crap out of me. I'm a competitive gamer. I've been competing since 2001, 2002. I actually first started in fighters, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Alpha, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, all those. That's when I first got into competitive gaming. And then it switched to Halo. And that's when I moved to Omaha. We had nothing. We had a couple of small ones here and there, but it was nothing major. But that's one thing that me, Brandon, and the other couple of guys that are in the group, what we're trying to do. One side of the group does a lot of podcasts, which I'll actually link in the description, that I want you to check out. We do have a website, which we're going to be updating pretty much for podcasts, tournaments. One of our guys, Nick, he just did his top 100 games of the generation, if I'm not mistaken, which was really good. Didn't agree with a lot of it, but he did give some really good titles and reasons why, so it was legit, so can't really complain. But Coaches Place, me, Brandon, and Jason, we found out about this gaming lounge that opened up in Omaha, and when we found out, they just did a Madden tournament, and they had a good bit of Madden people out for the tournament. And then I saw something on Facebook. I found them on Facebook, and then I saw that they wanted to do a Call of Duty and Halo tournament. Not a big COD guy, but I mean, I can run a COD tournament. It's not that hard. It's pretty much just like Halo, slightly easier because they have spectator mode and all the other good stuff that we don't have. And excuse me, I'm kind of sick right now. And started talking with them, and then we talked. We hit it off. They're a huge commodity right now. It's one of the things that there are some Call of Duty tournaments in Nebraska, none that are major, but they have the space to hold good tournaments, and they aren't like most of the people here where what I say goes. They don't want any criticism. They don't want anything. They want to do it all their way. They're not like that. They're a good group of people to where if they can get advice, they'll get it. They're about working smarter, not harder, and I love that. I'm a business major. I love that about people, and it's one of the things that I just fell in love. Plus everything that they have. I mean, they picked up a PlayStation 4. They picked up an Xbox One. It's pretty legit. But we hooked up with them for a Call of Duty tournament. Excuse me. And and hooked up with them. We have tournaments planned. We actually just had our Call of Duty Ghost tournament last weekend, which was phenomenal. And this is, I think, the beginning of something good in Nebraska. This Call of Duty Ghost tournament, it was a 2v2 S&D. We had 2 setups, and I actually was posting around in Team Beyond's Beyond.net, Team Beyond.net, sorry, and I found, well, a Codcaster found me, and we started talking and whatnot, and he wanted to cast a tournament because he wasn't going to go to Columbus. His name is Nikolai. I don't know if anyone knows him. I'll actually link his Twitter into the description when it's uploaded. And we talked it off. He bounced ideas off. He's a big COD guy, so he knows more about COD than I do. And with my tournament experience, his tournament experience, we just planned everything out. We did things really good. We did things legit, pretty much. We didn't do anything half-assed. We planned everything out. We knew what we wanted. We knew how to get it, and we just worked on it. And one good thing about Coaches Place is they're like, you know this, we don't. You know, you work towards it. We'll help the best we can. And it was perfect. And the partnership between Coaches Place and the AAG is going to be big. It's one of the things we want to have a lot of tournaments, and we also want feedback. We want to help the community, and maybe eventually we'll do huge tournaments, $1,000 payouts, $2,000 payouts, $10, have pros come out. That would be awesome. That's what we're working towards. But right now, we gotta start off small. But this tournament, we actually had 12 teams, which is crazy for Nebraska. Crazy. I ran a Halo 4. It was a Halo 4 2v2 tournament. We had, I want to say the most we had was 15, 16, which was at the time really huge. But there were some flaws in that. But this one, we had smaller teams than the big Halo 4 tournament, but at the same time, it was ran 10 times better than the first big tournament. We actually, which is again unheard of in Nebraska, we did top 3 payout. That's like every big tournament, top 3 pays out, top 4 pays out. Depends on where you go. And this is something that anyone who's hold tournaments in Nebraska doesn't do. And that's why I want to stress this, that Coaches Place and AAG, when we run tournaments, it's going to be like the top tier people. It's going to be big. First place got 150, and this is all from everything that paid in. We did $25 entry for the base, so we try to make teams come out for money. 150 for first place, 75 for second, 50 for third. Also, first got a huge trophy. Second place got, again, a trophy, but it wasn't as big as first. And then, third place got shirts. And it's one of the things that, like, for tournaments here, it's the start of getting Nebraska people known. Nebraska really didn't have any good, I don't want to say esports, but competitive gaming personalities. We actually did have one major one. My boy Jess, everyone knows him, who's in the Halo community, a Ship One. It's my boy. We've been cool for a while, and he was one of the major Midwest Nebraska players for a long time. But that's what we want to get: kids out. We want to get everybody out. We want to get people on the map from Nebraska. That's what we want to happen. And we also want to give people a place, if they're competitive and they can't make it out to other events, we want to make it to where they can come here, they can compete, they can get the same experience as, probably not as big, but pretty much the same experience as one of the bigger events, and then hopefully get them enough experience to when they do go to the big events, they'll do good. But like I said, it was huge. We streamed it. Nikolai, he came in, brought his setup, brought his capture card and everything, which was awesome, and he casted it. Brandon, who is the founder of AAG, he got into the booth. He casted with him. We did have some technical difficulties. I'm not going to make it sound like it was a flawless tournament. I mean, we had some issues. It ran a little bit later than it was supposed to. We did have some hiccups, but all in all, I thought it was ran pretty well. I mean, we got a good amount of feedback saying it was a really good tournament, and I mean, you really can't ask for anything else. Everything is a learning experience. Everything's you just got to keep building. And what is it? I will be putting up the top. What was it? The top five series on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and I'm actually working very diligently to get those up as soon as possible. But it was a phenomenal thing. I will actually tell you our top 4 teams. Money team, who won the event, they didn't lose until the finals. So we had to do a double series for that one. Push Gaming, who I was a fan favorite. If you go back, watch our stream, twitch.tv, AAG Midwest. If you watch it when I get in, I will tell you, I am a huge Push fan after that tournament. They weren't even coming in to compete. They were coming in to watch their cousins or something like that. And they got in, they got knocked out round 1, and then they fought tooth and nail all through losers bracket, made it to the losers finals. That was a close game. Went up against Money Team, beat them in their first series, and then after that, I mean, it was late, so I mean they started getting tired, but it was great. And then also too, big shout out, just not because of anything, but I've never seen a female gamer go out like this, but Lexi, who was on that team, Myth Lexi, I believe it is, she was just phenomenal. Also, Reclaim Dubs, who was third. They go to pretty much any Call of Duty tournament in Nebraska, and they do pretty well. They won a bunch of them, but this one they just weren't out on top. But they had a good run too. ODG, which I've never seen these guys in any of the tournaments that I've been to in Nebraska, but they did really well. Again, with how it was ran, I wasn't there the whole time, sadly enough, because of work, but they did get cold fingers pretty much, and I do apologize for that. And then I want to say 5th was Myth, who was knocked out by Push, and they're actually related. So we had a nice little family rivalry going on. But all in all, it was a great tournament. It's one of the ones that I hope everyone goes out, watches it on YouTube, goes back, watches our stream. I will be putting up, we did interviews with the owner of Coach. He's a great guy, him and his daughter running Coaches Place, and it's phenomenal. I can't wait to do more events for them. Our next event is actually this Saturday. It is a 2v2 Halo 3 tournament. So if you're in Nebraska, if you're in Iowa, if you're in Kansas City, if you're in Missouri, if you're anywhere near Omaha, Nebraska, please come out, please compete, spectate, whatever. Spectating's a dollar. Excuse me. We also did do raffles. Just come out, support us, get our name out there. We want to do major events. We want to do fighting games. We want to do any and everything. We just need input. And that's pretty much what we want to do. We want to help the community. We're here for the community, and we just want to hold good tournaments. With it being Coach's Place, Coach does know tournaments. I know tournaments, and it's going to be a good fit. But again, our Halo 3 tournament is this weekend, this Saturday. Sign-ins start at 9:30. You can pre-register. It's $25. I will link everything in the description. We will also, please, if you know anyone who's into fighting games, we are holding an Injustice tournament, which I am starting to love. I am starting to get back into fighters, so watch out. I might have to jump in and whoop some ass. But if you love fighters, please, we want as many fighters as possible. Smash Brothers Melee, which everyone says is a brawler, but who cares? I still think it's a fighter. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Anyone who's in the fighting community in Omaha, Lincoln, and any of the surrounding areas, if you want a fighting tournament, please hit us up at Coaches Place at Coaches Place Score at AAG Midwest. I'll put all the links in there. Yeah, please just hit us up. We want this to do good. We want to have more than 12 teams for this Halo event, just because it's Halo. It's one of my favorite games. I competed in it also, but I will not be competing in this one, sadly. I will be running it, and I will be there all day, so it will hopefully go off a little bit better. Again, learning experience, so we will have some hiccups here and there, but I do apologize for anyone who competed that wanted to see your VOD. We had XSplit keep crashing. It was a pain in the butt to try to get all the series together. I apologize for that. But again, I will have the top 5 series up on our YouTube, which I will link in the description. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Check us out. Like us on Facebook. Like both of us on Facebook, AAG and Coaches Place. Follow us on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter and check my stream out. I will hopefully be streaming some Injustice pretty soon. Thanks.